Get this done. I know.
Get
I'm
this
so
going.
tired.
And
Go
ahead.
Are we streaming now?
Yeah, we're streaming now.
Okay, yes, I'm staring awkwardly into the camera. Oh boy.
Go ahead and go on here and edit these.
You know what I think would be awesome, Dustin?
What's that?
If you like bought some furs to put around your shoulders that match with the little furry stuff
Yeah.
on your mic, you know? That'd be cool. You look like a boxing manager, you know? Or a wrestling manager.
Do have broad shoulders, so would make a little sense.
Be like Don King, you know?
Oh, you know what? I'm not logged into the right account. Let's see. Switch account. Let's game already.
So are we not streaming yet?
No, we're streaming. I'm just
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out how to what I'm doing, and
Hmm.
so I have the account that I have YouTube Premium on, and then I have Let's Game already.
Getting so much gray hair in my beard now that I can actually see like blotches of it in the camera, you know, like two spots. Used to just be little snowflakes, you know, a little dusting. Now I'm getting huge areas. Look at that.
This is episode 7. I'm gonna say 7.
Let me open up Restream actually.
Yeah, episode 7. Save those changes. This is the boring part, going through and adding all the different little things.
Fun part now. So fun.
Adding all the tags.
So fun.
Save changes. Look, it's like we're a professional streamer or something.
That's how you make the big bucks
Yeah.
that we will never see.
So many money. The money is so high.
All right. I think I got everything sized for me too.
Cool. Yeah, I got it all in there. Started streaming 3 minutes ago. That's right.
Yeah.
3 minutes ago.
Whoever's watching got the most exciting 3 minutes of all time.
But you know what? I got the show notes in there. Got our names. We got some tags.
Wait.
We got everything we need. Say something real quick. Okay, yeah, I see. Your audio's going through.
Oh, just my stretch was enough.
Yeah, I heard you. All right, let's see what to do.
That would be my band name. If I ever had a band, it'd be Vern and the Stretch Noises. I think it has a nice band name ring to it. So it sounds very like early 2000s.
Yeah. Supposedly we have one viewer on Twitch and one on YouTube.
Might be me. I'm logged in the Restream. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you using the app or are you using
The app.
the app? It shouldn't. Or no. Damien says, "What's up, guys?" Hey, what up?
I don't see that. Maybe I'm in. Maybe I have to log in online.
Maybe you
Let me do that.
probably came in after the fact.
Oh,
Oh crap! I messed up. Restream doesn't like me. There it goes. Bring it down. Oh man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Should have a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to start? Or do you need a minute?
I need 2 seconds. Yeah, I think I gotta log in with the app. When I try to log in with the website, I don't see anywhere where I can. Oh, I see. I can see what we're streaming. Interesting. Let me just start logging with the app, and then I'll be ready. All right, I'm ready.
And that's how you start a podcast, just by hitting the record button. And I am Dustin, and I believe that is Vern on the other side of this video chat.
Yeah, it should be Vernon. I believe I am Vern.
IR Baboon. Great show.
Baboon, what?
Huh? Oh, yeah, it was, I think, Nickelodeon. Somebody's going to correct me.
Mm.
IR Baboon. I
Never
remember
seen it.
I Am Chicken?
No.
No? Yeah, there
No.
was a show called I Am Chicken, and he had an off-the-wall friend. Of course, it was an actual chicken. His off-the-wall friend Baboon, but he was IR Baboon, while the other one was I Am Chicken. Great
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
Stupid
Yeah.
premise.
Were you a kid when this came out?
Believe so.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm a few years older than you, so
Yeah.
or more. I don't know. 4 or 5 years. I don't know how much older I am than you. Maybe a few.
A couple
Anyway,
years.
yeah, but like a couple of years when you're a kid is a lot as far as the television
I think we're
shows you
4
watch.
years apart now. I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Like how you said now, like it's gonna change.
well, I mean, depending on the time of year, I might be we're 3 to 4 years apart. Not to get technical, but in August, I think I'll be a year closer, which will make me 3 years away from you.
Okay.
But
I
yeah.
used to like that show on Cartoon Network. It wasn't when I was a kid. It was older. Was it oh man, what's the one with cow and is it called Cow and Chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Cow and Chicken, yeah. I love the theme song.
It came out the same time though as Cow and Chicken.
It did? Okay.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
not Cow and Chicken.
Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow,
Yeah.
Dad was proud, he didn't care how. It's like the best opening lyrics.
Because was it? I don't know. That like those that the time frame was weird. There was a bunch of stupid.
It's like
little
there's
shows
no
like
way
that.
possibly I could have a cow and a chicken and both of them be my children. Yeah, but I do not care. I'm proud. It's wonderful.
Because it was human parents too.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a cow mother or something. It was just two people that had a cow and a chicken. Such a cartoons. Well, welcome to Let's Game already, I guess.
Yeah. Are we talking about cow and chicken?
Yeah.
And I Am Chicken and IR Baboon.
All right. I mean, there was some news this week, I guess. Pretty much everybody. I mean, what you want to go over something else before we get into it?
I don't know. I think we're good.
Yeah, like everybody is pulling out of Russia, or pulling out of like selling stuff in Russia, from Nintendo to Activision to EA. Ooh,
Microsoft.
I think Epic Games is also. Like
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe, but pretty much everybody was just like, "Yeah, we're not touching this whole situation."
Surprised Epic is, because I mean, their Tencent has a big stake in them. You know.
Maybe it's not Epic.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
It probably is. Let's see. We have that in the
Epic has other. No, that's
that's other news.
Bought.
Yeah. I don't think Epic's doing it, which kind of goes along with the whole, China staying out of the whole situation, because Tencent has a lot of money in Epic. Don't they own majority shares?
No, not in Epic.
Or no?
They own a minority stake.
Oh, okay. Why did I think they own more? Well, they own a
I
lot.
want to say they're like 10 to 15%, which for anything, that's still a lot of stock to
It's
own.
enough to control them, to stop them from doing things like this. Yeah.
Because like 10, 15% of a gigantic company is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wanted to mention that. I mean, I don't want to deep dive into it too much,
To
but
politics,
it was too. Like it was kind of the big news of the week. Like everybody is just like, yeah, we're staying out of this. We're not going to sell games in Russia until this kind of situation is resolved, and it's just kind of
Twitch and
stepping
YouTube
back
as well, right?
Huh?
Aren't like Twitch and YouTube stopping
No,
things or something?
I don't want to
It's a
say they.
MasterCard and Visa that is the issue.
Yeah,
With Twitch and
Mastercard and
YouTube.
Visa both dropped out, but
Yeah.
like Russia banned Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, and they just cut TikTok as well.
Yeah, so they're banning like all social media.
Yeah, I think they have plans to have like everything banned by March 11th. I think I read something like that. So they're completely cutting themselves off. It's gonna be like North Korea.
Yeah, and it's to stop fake news, according to them. So that's all behind it. Which I mean, in some ways, understandable, but in others, not so much. But let that stay where it is. But I didn't want to talk about them specifically, but I was interested on your take of EA removing Russia from FIFA 22.
That's so bizarre to me. That's like almost extreme.
I don't like that. You know what? I'll make the stand. I do not think companies should go out of their way and remove content. I don't think so. And I know, like, I get the political position you're in. However, I mean, I don't know. It's so tough because there's.
I think it comes down to these companies wanting to do something, as little as it is, make some kind of action or statement, like, and maybe this one wasn't the best one. I don't know, or maybe it is. And I'm not a huge fan of cutting it.
I'm going to die on this hill. You do not take content out of a game because you do not erase history.
Yeah.
Period. It would be like going through books and saying, let's just get rid of the Nazis out of World War II. Like, they were terrible.
I mean, that stuff happens in movies and TV. Like, they'll just pull it completely for good reason sometimes.
Well, it's like when they took all the cigarettes out in movies and had everybody holding cell phones or something stupid. It's just, don't do it. Just leave it in there. It's part of the time. And then, yes, you can have the conversation. But it's, just leave it. But
this isn't even removing like a thing. This is removing an entire like nation of players. It seems bizarre. It's like just because they do this, it isn't going to move the needle. It isn't going to do anything.
No. It's just pandering almost.
I mean, like this isn't going to make a bunch of people in Russia go, "Oh my god, I can't play as my own soccer team. I'm going to revolt." I mean, like it may, if you're cutting off like funding and things, that's different. That's going to hit them in a different place,
Yeah.
Or if you're stopping them from just playing a game entirely, but just removing the team seems a bit ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I understand like saying, "Hey, we're not going to sell FIFA in Russia no more," and then
won't have
FIFA. Well, we won't have Russia in FIFA 23. Like we don't support that team. We don't support that. I get it, but once it was already there, don't rewrite history. Like just leave it there and be like, hey, this happened. We're against this because I feel like it's closing a door that shouldn't be shut. It's like even if you don't like what Russia's doing, is that hey, there's still an opportunity. We're only taking you out of this year because of what you did.
Well, and I'm sure there's Russian people out there who are proud of being Russian, but not proud of what Russia is currently doing. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of taking that away from them, which is kind of garbage, But
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's a weird situation.
I think it just comes down to EA wanting to do something, and this is what they feel they can do. But I feel like they can do other things.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
a
enough.
weird step. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Man, we're gonna blow through this news so quickly.
Yeah.
Talk about other things happening around the world. Did you know in over 20 years, Microsoft has sold 2.3 million Xboxes in Japan?
It's a very low number. I know. I know. I was looking at the sales of the games too, and I I know a lot of us always wondered, why didn't they make a new Lost Odyssey? Well, that's because it didn't even chart in their like top 5 games, or top 10 games for that. Or another Blue Dragon for 360, or that even though it did pretty well compared to other games, it still wasn't substantial. Like, wasn't it the highest selling game, something like Dead or Alive 3, and it was only like 500,000 copies or something? Yeah. And that was for the original Xbox. The 360 games did not sell well at all, even though the 360 was the one that sold the most. The 360 sold more than the
series
Xbox.
consoles have actually already outsold the Xbox One.
Xbox One, but it's not a lot of consoles.
Well, no, it just shows how poorly the Xbox One did in Japan. Like
how poorly, honestly, all of them have done. Yeah. Even the 360, which did better, But yeah, this is kind of a. I'm glad these numbers finally got released, because now we know why they've had such a hard time in Japan and getting Japanese games on the console. Dead or Alive. Okay, Dead or Alive 3 only sold 271,149 copies. That is not good. Blue Dragon only sold 203,740, and then Lost Odyssey wasn't even in the top 5, and that means it didn't even sell. It would have sold 150,000 at max or something, and I don't think it even got there. So yeah, that's why we don't have new Lost Odysseys and a new Blue Dragon. I mean, it's a miracle they got the new Tales game on Xbox.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Japanese games. I think the reason Japanese games even come to the Xbox consoles now are because of Game Pass, or because Phil Spencer is going directly to the developers and funding these games to be ported to the console, which is a bummer. I'd like to see these games do better on Xbox consoles.
Yeah. But I also think it's going to be their big push for mobile. XCloud, man. King, mobile. It's going to be all about mobile.
Yeah, maybe they'll make it happen. The technology has to get better for it to take off, though. XCloud is just not where it needs to be for it to be like a always, like a service you're always going to use, or a service you're going to use first. Like, you're not going to go, gee, I would love to, turn on my TV and connect to XCloud and play this way. It's more of a secondary thing, where you do it like mobile,
It's growing.
Yeah.
But now that you bring up XCloud,
for
keyboard and mouse support.
Oh yeah. But I think for it to be primarily used, way of gaming, they're going to have to improve it a lot. Not just a little, like a ton. I hate to be negative about it, but it is a cool service, and I do like XCloud. I think it's neat. But yeah, and that's another thing. They need to get PC and, mouse and keyboard support, which they're talking about getting on there. That would be really, really good, I think, for Japanese and the Chinese market too, probably, right?
Well, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think the Kishi controller and just JRPGs on XCloud, like being able to play them in a mobile phone, really small form factor. I think. Well, for the Japanese market, yeah. They're into mobile. Like, Switch is their fucking kind of console, and if you can bring that to their cell phones, I don't see why they would.
Yeah, if they just pull out a tablet or something and then hook a mouse and a keyboard up to the tablet, they could play an RTS right on their tablet, which might be something they'd be into.
Yeah. And because it's such a close closer. It's a smaller island versus like the entirety of the U.S. Like
they can have servers up everywhere. Yeah,
much easier to make it work in Japan than it is kind of anywhere else in the world.
Well, their infrastructure is built for that kind of thing too.
And it's getting there here, but yeah, they're kind of years ahead just because
Japan's always a little ahead because it's smaller and they're kind of.
Hey, look, I'll say I got a new phone. I'm actually using it as the camera right now, but I got the S22 Ultra, and I was getting on 5G 550 down by 120 up. I mean, it's fucking like 5G is pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, there's no real reason XCloud can't work. No, honesty at this point, and especially in somewhere like Japan,
they have to improve the tech. I mean, you compare it to Stadia right now, and I'm not saying Stadia is a good service. It isn't, but the technology that they use for Stadia is just far better than
I wouldn't say far better at
XCloud. But oh no, far better. You can actually get 4K 60 support. Not that the games are running at 4K 60, but some are here and there, and the ones that do run well and feel good, compared to XCloud. But XCloud's gotten better.
Yeah,
the latency is just a lot higher still.
But they did announce that keyboard and mouse support is coming to XCloud, so that's cool. Yes. They also just I think it's been added is Flight Simulator is now on XCloud, so you don't have to.
Yeah, you can play it on Xbox One, on the original Xbox One, the big fat one.
It just works.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What other Xbox news do we have? We got Halo Infinite Multiplayer Season 2 got announced. It's called Lone Wolves. It's adding 2 maps, some modes. Still no co-op yet, sadly.
I think Lone Wolves is a good name for it, because there's not that much to it.
Yeah. Like, I wanted more than 2 maps. I get that.
It's not even just like... It's 2 different kinds of maps. It's one arena map and one big team battle map. So
if this was come out like every other month, I wouldn't have an issue and I'd be excited for it. But if it's like, hey, you're gonna have to wait another like 4 to 5 months after this drops,
one arena
just for one arena map, it's kind of like, come on, guys! Like this is like we need maps, like a lot. Like we need at least 5 new maps, arena maps. Like, just to throw in the mix.
Yeah. I mean, the maps look good, but...
Variety is the spice of life, and right now, Halo Infinite...
Campaign co-op isn't on day 1 of Season 2.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
I want it.
They said that the non-linear, wide-open sections of the campaign present some big challenges for split screen that have taken us more time to solve. That's fair, I guess. I get it. But they're not doing very well on their timelines.
But even if it, release the... Okay, I get split screen as being harder. Release the online-only version of co-op. Like, have it so I can play with Vern with 2 separate Series X's, Like, then, hey, guess what? You don't have to worry about fucking rendering both sides at the same time.
Because we need to do our 3-player playthrough. You, me, and Maria. We got to play a Grunt birthday party.
Yeah.
Legendary playthrough.
Yep. I have Jason there. I know Jason wants to play it that way. We'll bang it out. It'll be great. Then we can play catch in the middle of a very important scene. Like, Jason and Maria can be trying to kill the boss. And I'll just be like, hey, Vern.
Play sticky catch.
Hey, catch. We're in an elevator. Fuck it. Catch.
Those are the best times to play catch. Because if you miss, if you throw a bad pitch, you can still catch it really easily. But, it's just kind of a bummer. And then we know Forge is really far out.
Yeah. And... It's just, I don't know. I wanted more maps at this point.
Don't they have, I mean, outside of Activision and Blizzard, which is going to be soon, but don't they have isn't 343 like the biggest development team at as far as numbers
I don't know.
At Xbox Game Studios?
I'd be shocked if Rare isn't up there.
Rare isn't as big, no.
Because Rare's like 300-ish.
Yeah, but I want to say Halo's like 400 to 500, maybe closer to 1,000, right? The people, maybe the people working on Halo, it's that. Yeah. But I want to say 343 is.
I'm trying to think
huge.
of Turn 10. Turn 10's pretty fucking big.
They aren't actually. They're actually pretty lean. They're like just over 100 developers, if I recall. Let's see. 343 is 450 employees as of 2016, and they've ramped up since then to get Halo Infinite out. So they're probably at over 500 or something like that, or close. So it's a pretty big team.
Yeah.
And they just can't seem to get content out very quickly. At least with this game. With Halo 5, they're banging it out fast.
Yeah, this feels like I said.
2014 Turn 10 was only 100 employees.
Damn.
So they've probably grown since.
Oh no, yeah, they've definitely bulked up, but it's every team has bulked up.
But they've stayed pretty lean because they're such a tech-oriented team. I think they're awesome though.
Yeah. Oh, I mean they're one of Microsoft's highly technical. I mean, let's just bring it out there. Gran Turismo came out. It's pretty good. Like, it's cool and it's doing its thing.
Good reviews. It looks pretty good.
But like, if you like the whole like ray tracing not in game and it's in replays only. Like, if there's any developer I trust figuring out ray tracing in games and to hit 60, it's gonna be Turn 10. Like, if anybody can do it, I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If there was a team that could figure out how to fucking make it work, it's Turn 10. Because with Xbox One, they fucking perform miracles to get fucking Forza Motorsport.
I don't know how they got that first launch title at 1080p 60.
Yeah.
Like
a perfect locked 60.
Yeah, and that was with the Kinect.
Yeah.
Using part of the GPU and they're wizards.
Yeah, Turn 10 tech. Like, I don't think there's really anybody else at Microsoft that they're. I mean, there probably is. Like, you got so many teams now, but. If you trust any racing franchise to
outside of Turn 10, I would say id Software would be up there.
I would say the Coalition too for like they know how to make Unreal just do anything
but they didn't create Unreal,
They didn't. Well, a lot of them did. They just moved over.
That's true. No, the way Unreal works, it's like if you create a tool set for Unreal, everyone else can use it who uses Unreal.
No, it's true, but when they bought all of Gears from Epic, a lot of employees moved over from Epic.
Oh, really?
So yeah, there was like the Coalition, and it has a lot of original Epic employees now.
Yeah.
So it's no shock that they are really, really good at fucking doing Unreal
Engine. Yeah. But yeah, I mean I would say as far as engine development. Those are like the three studios that are good with that. But Gran Turismo, I mean, I haven't played it. I'm probably not going to play it until it's not, expensive I have never enjoyed a Gran Turismo game, and it has nothing to do with me being a fanboy I am so used to playing Forza games as far as that physics engine is concerned and the way handling is concerned, that when I move to a Gran Turismo game, it doesn't feel right and I don't like it. That's pretty much the case for any simulation game, though. That's not just Gran Turismo, like the old dirt games from Codemasters before they went into the arcade style. I couldn't play those either. Like Project Cars, I can't play that either. It doesn't feel right because I've just gotten really used to the way Forza feels that I don't want to play other simulation style games that feel different. Now, arcade racers, I can play all sorts of different arcade racers and be fine, but my expectation for the handling isn't realistic, And I think the current team at Codemasters who just did Dirt 5 and also did, what was that other game they did? Just before Dirt 5. It was a goofy name.
I don't know.
Ah, darn it. But it was the same development team that worked on Drive Club.
Mm-hmm.
But before they moved over to Codemasters, I love their arcade style racers. I think those are awesome. But yeah, Gran Turismo, I can't see myself ever
Digging
enjoying
into
it.
it like that, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks good. But I feel like people who like Gran Turismo feel the same way as I do about Forza, though. Um, if you get used to playing a certain kind of simulation racing game and then you try to play another one, it's just not doesn't. It's hard to.
Well, you have people like Jason and like people that go to Gran Turismo Planet. I think it's .com. Like those people play every fucking racing game under the sun, and they get
Mhm.
used to all of them. And they're more hardcore racing fans and will play everything for a
Mhm.
million hours. And I
Right.
get that, and that those people are out there. But yeah, I totally also get I'm used to this physics engine.
Right.
Even though the physics engine's changed, like you get kind of used to the feel of it.
But people who like Gran Turismo seem to really like this Gran Turismo
Yeah,
as far as the way it plays, and I think it does look pretty good. I mean,
it
uh,
does. The only issue with this Gran Turismo that really stands out, well, Jason posted like a whole list of things, which honestly they were all valid because it was like, okay, to change
they
the track
are.
when you're in a multiplayer game, you have to destroy the lobby, make a whole new lobby to add like that's a
Yeah,
simple
there's.
fix, and that's something they need to fix because that's a dumb
I said it
that
reminded me of the Halo Infinite launch,
yeah, like
honestly.
that's a dumb like thing like that can eat like. There's no way they have to make you that they're gonna have to
Yeah,
like develop the game so that you can switch tracks in a lobby.
and
Like,
microtransactions are really expensive.
yeah, they
A
went
lot
from
like
like $5 a car to $40 a car, which is
yeah. Well,
fucking nuts.
I said it reminded me of Halo Infinite because when Halo Infinite first came out, those microtransactions were incredibly expensive,
Yeah.
and it's like why?
But at
And
least with Infinite, it was a free to play game. Like this is a
yeah,
$70 game
yeah,
that has $40 car microtransactions. That's pretty nuts.
yeah,
Like
that is nuts. Oh,
that's a lot of money.
here comes my little girl. Yeah,
Uh,
she's nuzzling up to the microphone. Hello. But yeah, I mean, it seems like the kind of game that if you like Gran Turismo, you'll like it. I don't like Gran Turismo, so I'm not gonna get it. But it seems like a good game. I'm not gonna knock it. But yeah, they gotta figure out the microtransaction stuff. That's ridiculous. That's not cool.
But yeah, I'm just looking over what Jason was talking about. Yeah, the horrendous microtransactions. You can't earn credits racing in online lobbies. That's dumb. Add credits for people racing. Yeah, the whole track thing. The multiplayer lobby system is kind of broken. So yeah.
There's another game that's kind of suffering that same pay $70 for it, yet tons of microtransactions and a battle pass and everything. Is that terrible game from Platinum Games that just came out called Babylon's Fall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's terrible. I played the demo and it's fine, but it's pretty ugly. And I think the reason it's ugly graphically, they went for this whole like watercolor style art for the game. Well, first
Mm-hmm.
off, Babylon's Fall, if anyone wants to know about it, it's like a um, games as a service hack and slash game made by Platinum Games. And so it's got the whole Destiny thing kind of going on, where it's instance and you have a lot of people playing together at once and can have loot upgrades and all that. So, but Square Enix published it, um, and it did not do well. On release day, it peaked at fewer than 650 players on Steam. So, doing awful. But as far as the graphics, as I was saying, it has a watercolor style of art, which actually it looked kind of cool, but a lot of people complained about it. So Platinum Games responded by trying to clean up the textures and make it look a little sharper because that whole watercolor look made it kind of blurry.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process, all they did was like sharpen the textures to make it look pixelized. And now it just looks like complete garbage. So I don't. From what I hear, they're working on it some more. And there's even rumor that it will actually come to Xbox in the future. So maybe they'll try to get it all cleaned up and release it day one on Game Pass or something to try to get some kind of life out of this game. It's kind of upsetting that, these developers work on this game forever and no one's even trying their game, And that's with a substantial demo. It's like a 10 or 12 hour demo that you can play. There's a lot of stuff in this demo. So yeah, they're in a bad way. And it immediately makes me recall what we were talking about in previous podcast episodes about Platinum Games saying they were up for purchase essentially. And I think they knew this game was going to be a bust. And that's where a lot of that talk came from. Did you try it yet, Dustin?
No, I'm not part of the 650 people no.
Well, I mean the demo on PlayStation 5 you can play.
I haven't tried it yet.
Because right now it's only on PlayStation 5 and PC.
But no, I have not.
I think part of it too is it doesn't, from what I hear, it doesn't feel very much like a Platinum Games game until you're about 5 or 6 hours into the game. It's kind of clunky early on and not as fast with the combat until you get better upgrades and weapons and all that good stuff. So I think the people who were interested in a Platinum Game style game, they play it from the beginning and they're like, well, this doesn't feel like what I want, and they don't play it anymore.
Yeah.
But this is a game I think that could have used the whole Game Pass day one thing. What was the other Square Enix game from People Can Fly? Why can't I think of the name of it? No. What's that? Outriders?
Think so?
Yeah, Outriders. It kind of reminds me of that, They could have used a big demo across multiple consoles and then hey, this is coming to Game Pass day one, and here, all your stuff in the demo is going to transition over to the main game. And I'm surprised they didn't go that route, considering that worked so well for Outriders in the first place. It is the same publisher. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll do something like that when it finally comes to Xbox. If it does come to Xbox, they may just cut their losses completely and stop development altogether.
I forgot they made Gears of War Judgment.
Yes, People Can Fly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Outriders, Bulletstorm,
Painkiller.
Yeah,
was their big
Unreal Tournament. It looks like they.
I like People Can Fly. I think Outriders is a great game. I'd like to play through that again because they've done a lot of updates to it. It's still on Game Pass too. They improved
they worked on all the Gears of Wars, like
1, 2,
3. Yeah.
They understand gameplay. Their games all feel really great to play. That was the best thing about Outriders was just the moment-to-moment combat. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, maybe they'll do something like that with Babylon's Fall, and it'll have a resurgence, or not even a resurgence. Maybe that implies that it started out okay.
Yeah,
which it's not.
It's a
Square Enix they're not doing well. Yeah. Outside of Final Fantasy 14, their games are all not landing, man.
And rumor is Sony might be picking them up, and
now's the time. Now's the time, man. Before inflation makes these companies even more expensive, and
waiting for the stock value to drop on them.
Yeah, but they can't wait too long. They have to find it at that right moment. Yeah, and I think now is probably the moment, because outside of Final Fantasy 14, pretty much every game they seem to release is just not performing to expectations.
If Microsoft wasn't trying to close that deal with Activision, this would have been like the buy Square and own Final Fantasy.
I think Square would sell to them. I think Sony would try to outbid, even if they have to take out a huge loan. Maybe Microsoft could get the Western division.
I think they'd buy the whole thing.
I'd like to see it break up. I'd like to see Crystal Dynamics and was it Eidos North, or what do they call themselves? I forget. I'd like to, the ones who made Guardians of the Galaxy and then Avengers. I'd like to see those two teams come to Xbox Game Studios, since the relationship seems to be good there with Crystal Dynamics working on Perfect Dark. And I'd like to see the rest of the Japanese side go to Sony. And I wouldn't even be all that upset, It's like most of those games are exclusive to PlayStation anyway, outside of the Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy, whatever it's called. It'd be nice to just know, okay, if you want to play Square games and Square Enix games, you need a PlayStation or PC. And it'd be like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll live with it. And maybe it would also allow these developers to take a little more time before their release, Because it feels like Babylon's Fall was pushed out early. Probably could have used another 6 months time. Maybe more. And I don't know, something about, maybe it's the marketing too. No one wanted to play Avengers. Everyone, when that game came out, it just did not hit like I think they expected it to.
Yeah, their marketing's been kind of subpar.
And timing too, like Guardians of the Galaxy. If it had come out 3 years ago, yeah, but the new movie isn't even. When does the new movie come out? Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Has to be, I would imagine, with a year.
Sometime this year?
Yeah.
Why didn't they wait until close to the movie to release it? Or, it just seems like their timing is not the best.
I don't know. Maybe it's 2 years out for the next Guardians. Because they get, we got Doctor Strange, the vampire one. There's a few different things before I think Guardians comes back out.
2023, yeah. Got another year, maybe longer. I think it's May 5th, 2023. So we still got some time. And so they just released it at a point where it didn't really work, and you don't have the likenesses of the actors in the movies, and I don't know. I have a feeling the Justice League game and the Suicide Squad games are going to suffer the same fate when those are released as well.
Yeah, because not the Justice League game, or maybe it was the
Suicide Squad game comes out first, right?
No, the Batman game's going to come out this year because the beta leaked.
Oh, yeah. It's like a 4-player Batman game, huh?
Yeah.
So you're not actually playing as Batman. You're playing as like 4 other characters in the universe.
From the trailer, Batman died, and the other 4, like all the Robins and Red Hood and
right.
What's the other one?
But it's a direct sequel to the Batman games that have come out from Rocksteady.
Yes,
but it's in that same universe, and it's following the same story path and everything.
So
that might have a chance.
Yeah.
That might have a chance. But Suicide Squad and Justice League. Oh no, it's Justice League. It's Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I think that's just all one game.
That's the one from Rocksteady, though.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Like, Peacemaker is a huge hit for them on the TV side, and if they line it up right with what's going on HBO Max, like that could be a really big thing.
They have to time it right. They really do have to time it right. I think that's important with these like movie and TV tie-ins.
Because the second Suicide Squad didn't do phenomenal, but it did okay, and then Peacemaker did really well, review-wise and everything. People love Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a continuation of Suicide Squad. So, I don't know, like, the DC games are weird, because, like, Injustice is a huge game. Like, people know Justice League in video games. Like, we don't think about it, and it's a big fighting game, but they do. The Batman games do really well. Like, DC kind of knows what they're doing in the gaming space. So I wouldn't be shocked Like, they haven't had a real big loss in the gaming space, so I'm curious how well it does.
But with the new Batman game not letting you play as Batman, do you think that's gonna...
No, it'll be just as big. It's not like he's not there. It's just going to be... Well, people are kind of... like, I'm excited for it because it's...
Gotham Knights, that's the name of it.
Yeah, Gotham. All the different, you get to play as Dick or whoever. Like, you get to choose which Batgirl or... And he's still kind of a voice in your head. They're going to have the playbacks. It's like they're not completely getting rid of him. It's just... he's supposedly dead at that point.
But he's not dead.
I mean,
or not really dead.
Yeah. It's always going to be something stupid where he's still alive somehow.
Not dead yet. When's that come out, though? I think it's just like a 2022 release.
But I don't know. I think Gotham Knights will do fine. It'll sell.
Who's in it? It's got 4 characters. Oh, the characters you can play as. Oh. Who are they?
It's the Robins, Batgirl.
It looks like
Red Hood.
Okay, there's Nightwing.
Yeah.
Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood.
Yeah. Which Robin? I mean, there are technically 3 of them were all Robins
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Nightwing is the original Robin,
right?
And he was like, "Fuck Batman."
But Batgirl wasn't a Robin, right?
No, she was always Batgirl.
Okay.
She's the
only others. But Red Hood was a Robin.
Yeah. He's the one that, he's the one that Joker kidnapped, beat the shit out of with a crowbar, and pretty much kills him.
Right.
He gets taken to the Lazarus pit, revived, and goes insane and becomes, and just decides that...
Red Hood was in the Arrow universe too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he always originates... He is a Robin, is his original story, and he... Yeah, just like says, fuck it, I'm tired of this, like, I'm not going to sit here and not use a gun. Grabs some guns and just starts laying waste to all the villains in Gotham. And then he's just like, look, I'm going to be in charge. You'll pay me a fee.
Does he ever go with the whole no-kill thing, though, like Batman does?
Not to that extent.
He doesn't, like, become a good person or something?
Well, he has his redemption arc, but he will always be, I'm going to use a gun. Like, I don't care for that philosophy. Because he does blame
he's like
Batman.
Right on the line with like,
him and Dick both blame Batman for taking them as kids and training them to be these killers that aren't allowed to kill.
Yeah.
And, Batman's kind of a fucked up person.
How's Nightwing? Is that a cool character?
Yeah. He's the original Robin. Yeah. Technically, Nightwing, he has a cool origin because he got his name from Superman. Because he was just like, I'm done with Batman. I'm tired of being his sidekick and this and that. And then he was sitting on a roof talking about Batman with Superman. And Superman told him of a legend of a guy that was a vigilante on Krypton that went by Nightwing. Yeah. And that's where he gets his name from. It's a Kryptonian superhero or vigilante that protected people.
Right.
It's cool. And then, it's a cool little twist on...
And then we have the current Robin as the other character.
Yes.
So...
Well, it depends on what timeline you're in, because...
the current Robin in that timeline.
Yeah, because eventually that Robin leaves... That Robin dies too. I think that Robin dies too. And then you get the girl Robin.
Oh wait, so that Robin dies. It doesn't. You don't get a new.
Well,
character.
No, I'm just saying in the comics, like that.
Right.
Eventually, that Robin goes away, and then there's another Robin. I wouldn't say far later, but later enough where Batman's just like, I don't want another Robin, and this girl's just like, I want to be like
he's like
Batman.
I don't need to screw up another child.
Yeah, no, that's totally what it is. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking destroy. I fucked up so many kids. I'm not doing this. And she's like, no, we're doing this. Like, I'm gonna be fucking Robin. And she goes all in and becomes the next Robin. And she's actually a pretty fucking cool. She's what is it? Man, what is that comic called? I'm blank. The one where Batman and Superman fight, and Batman takes Superman out.
Oh, okay.
That comic, the
Is that the one that Batman versus Superman was kind of based on?
Yes, that's what that's based off of.
Yeah.
The Miller.
Right.
Man, I'm blanking on the name of this. But anyway, yeah, that's where that Robin kind of originates from. She was the one helping him fight Superman. Superman is cheated, by the way. That's all I'm saying. He gets robbed. The only reason Batman wins is
The Dark Knight Returns?
That's what it is, yeah.
Okay.
She's a little, I think she's, redheaded little girl. Robin.
Okay.
But, yeah, she's a cool character. But she's kind of the last Robin.
But I think that game might have a chance because of the timing, and because the previous games from Rocksteady are so popular. So maybe that does well. But I'm not sure about the Suicide Squad,
Like I said, they haven't had a terrible blunder on a game yet. Like, DC has done a really good job with TV shows.
But these are co-op games. That's my issue. Like, I'm wondering if that whole games as a service co-op approach, they haven't made games like this yet.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how they handle them, Especially with how...
I'll put it this way. I'm a big DC nerd, and I'm not exactly looking forward to the Justice League or Suicide Squad game. It's kind of whatever, but I am excited.
Yeah. Gotham Knights, though.
Gotham Knights looks fucking dope, but I'm intrigued, I guess. Like, I need to see more, because all we've gotten really is, 2 CG trailers of...
Yeah, we don't know much.
Batman and Superman being evil.
But it's the Rocksteady game. That's the one. Yeah. The Suicide Squad is the Rocksteady game.
Yeah.
The people working on Gotham Knights are the ones that did Arkham Origins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And both those teams haven't put out a game in forever, so...
Yeah.
You can't say they didn't get enough development time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm like I said, I'm excited for Gotham just because...
Yeah. Any other news we want to talk about? I mean, I guess
we've touched on a lot of stuff. I went and saw. Well, I saw the Batman.
Yeah, I've heard mixed stuff. Some people I've talked to are like, "It's the best Batman movie ever," and other people are just like, "I hate it."
I wouldn't say I hate it. I just think it'd be better if it was a TV show and they spread it over 10 episodes and they could actually flush it all out. Because honestly, I think the amount of time they spent on all the other characters, like all the villains and everything, was perfect. Like, nobody was... It never felt like, reference. Like, it never felt that cringy. It's just, it was like, man, a detective story is what we've wanted for a long time. We did, nobody wants to... Spoilers. It's not the death of Batman's parents for the millionth time.
Yeah, it's like
we don't want that.
He's been for a couple of years at this point, right?
Yeah, you don't want to see. There's no pearls. There's no fucking shooting his mom and dad. Like, we don't. They don't do that, and it's awesome because it's way more like 80s, 90s Batman, and it's a detective story.
Yeah, it's film noir.
Yeah, and I'd say the cinematography is amazing. Like, it's up there with I'd say it's a.
I hear it looks very Dave Fincher-esque. Yeah. Dave Fincher.
It looks really good. I think Zack Snyder probably has the best looking comic book movies because everything looks like a fucking panel from a comic book.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're just talking about the look, I would say it's almost close to that. Like, it is, there's just scenes you're like, man, this is absolutely gorgeous. This looks like a comic book movie in a very dark universe. Like, this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the writing is a little poor. I would say it's more on the TV side of writing versus like a movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I just think it would work better as a TV show.
Right.
And you could spread out things a little bit more. And
my idea is, like, if you're doing an investigator kind of movie or a film noir type of movie, if you switch that to a TV show, you can do a nice slow burn.
Yes.
And film noir and detective type stories, they work the best over a long period of time. That way you have your big reveals as you get through the story, And that makes sense to me. Yeah. I wonder if they do something like that on HBO Max at some point.
And I would say this. I think, and I'm shocked to say this, Robert Pattinson, he held up that movie.
I hear he's really good.
He is fantastic as Batman.
Yeah.
Like, he nails it. Like, while I think other actors are just kind of like, they're either okay or like I don't think certain parts of the movie, I don't think characters grow enough. And that's where it would be better as a TV show where you could spend more time with certain characters so they can earn Batman wanting to help them or be in that point. I'm trying not to spoil this at all.
Uh-huh.
Because I know a lot of people want to see it. But I would say overall, it's a good movie. I think the writing in some areas can be poor. Because I don't think there was a bad actor or actress in it. Like, I think they all kind of... Like, the Penguin, that dude was amazing. Which was... I think it was Robert De Niro. Like, it was hard to even tell that he was the Penguin, but he was awesome. Like, all... Yeah, I was happy with all the actors and actresses. I don't know. I thought the writing could have been... They could have went through that again.
I like that meme about Robert Pattinson when they said, "How did you go about getting into the character as the Batman?" It's a meme. This is fake. Yeah. And they wrote, "It was grueling. I came to set every day and played Sonic Adventure 2 in my trailer, but only the dark story. That's where you play as Shadow the Hedgehog. I wanted to study him, become him. By understanding his angst, I knew I could channel that in my performance. It was tough. Every day I saw Shadow process this big trauma. He watched his best friend die in front of him, and now he's just lost. He tries to do right by his friend, but it's all so hard to sort through. He's hurt, but he does what he thinks is the right thing. And that's what Batman is about."
See, I prefer the meme with the Twilight meme where it shows Bella seeing Robert Pattinson, but he's in the bat suit. And then the girl's like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "That's Vengeance." And it's just like, oh my god. It's fucking perfect. That's Vengeance.
I love Sonic memes. I'm sorry.
No, you could. But yeah, go see Batman. It's a fun movie. It's a long movie it's 3 hours.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. You watched any good TV shows lately?
The one I was going to talk about is an anime called To Your Eternity. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It is fantastic. It's kind of... There's this creature that's like a ball that can it's immortal. But it can turn into anything. It's just like... It's kind of like Mystique. But even more where it can just create objects. It can do whatever it wants. But for the first... Like, it doesn't... It has like zero intelligence to begin with. So it becomes a human being but doesn't know how to eat. So it continues to just walk south and die and resurrect and then keep walking and die until somebody's like, "Oh, finally, here's an apple." And it realizes he has to eat to survive. And it keeps building up for about 20 episodes of gaining intelligence and learning how to interact with people and how to understand people and becoming a person itself.
It's like Data.
Yeah, but it's also like the people that are helping it, like anything goes when it comes to death. Like,
oh, okay.
And like it is the Game of Thrones season 1 of like, you killed who?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like that kind of like, it's a tearjerker on like the people that it will kill off.
Wow, it's a long-running manga series. It's already at 16 volumes, so
it is fantastic.
It's in Weekly Shonen magazine too. Yeah. So would you say it's kind of on that same level as Death Note as a shonen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really dark.
It can be I'll
have to watch it.
I'm not going to spoil it. It is fantastic.
That sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds cool. wonder how the manga is. I like reading those a lot.
I'm trying to think. There was another one I watched for the first time. Was
Oh, speaking of movies, I watched Free Guy. That's video game related. Finally saw it.
yeah. How did you like it?
It was okay. It was fun.
I think it was a great, fun comic book
fun.
movie. It was a good popcorn comic book movie, and
Yeah,
people forget like a movie doesn't have to win like a million awards. Like it could just be a fun popcorn movie, and I think Free Guy's that movie where it's just this is fun. Because don't get me wrong, the references at the end of the when certain things happen.
Oh, yeah, they're funny.
Like they're funny, and yes, it's definitely placed that because Disney wasn't gonna do that. They were like, you could maybe use one thing, and he just
went crazy.
He goes through like the entire Disney catalog of like, we could use that IP.
And there are even some cameos, which are kind of fun. I like the whole like how they handled a real person kissing a video game character.
Mm-hmm.
This is stupid. It's goofy.
It's just dumb.
It's like he's getting really into the kiss, and then they switch to her, and she's playing a video game and looking at the screen of them kissing.
Yeah.
It's a spoiler, I know, but it's funny.
There's not a button for that. Oh, he pushed the button.
Yeah.
No, he found the button.
He found the button.
We both have. I know I finished it, but did you finish Heels?
I did. I watched all of Heels.
It was fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, great.
It's one of the best sports TV shows I've seen since
in a very long time.
Friday Night Lights. I put it up there with Friday Night Lights. It's great. It's only a season right now, but it's really good. And
I'm actually upset that I didn't wait. Like, because I kind of want to watch 2 seasons. Like, I want to see where they go.
To keep watching.
Yeah, like it was really good. If you don't know what Heels is, it's about this small town guy that owns a small town wrestling federation, and he is the owner / the heel, which is the bad guy that gets the audience going. And it's about him trying to keep the organization going while dealing with his brother and his dealing with issues
and
with
keeping
his
another
wife
job too, because it's not his only job.
Yeah,
and pleasing the people who work for him, keeping his brother out of trouble, trying to manage a relationship with his wife and his child. And it's more of a family drama that's built around the wrestling federation. Yeah. And it does a good job branching out into developing the other characters within the organization too. And I think that's where we're going to see it go in the coming seasons. It won't just be about the main character. And if you've watched Arrow, the guy who plays Arrow is Stephen Amell. Is that his name, or Steve Amell?
I believe so, but I'd fuck up his last name.
Yeah, Stephen Amell.
Yeah, but he's fantastic. Kills it.
He's great. I mean, he was kind of a stock character in Arrow, and this led.
Well, I think Arrow season 1 he was fantastic. And then they should have ended Arrow. Like, look, every CW fucking show
needs a season or 2 at most.
They need like 2 to 3 seasons and be done.
Yeah,
because right now the Flash is fucking terrible.
It just becomes about like shipping,
and you know what? To say, there's one that actually I think got better over time, and that's Legends of Tomorrow.
See, I stopped watching
because the first season was bad.
After 2 seasons of The Flash,
yeah.
That's when I stopped watching both Arrow and The Flash.
Yeah.
I tried to watch the Legends of... What's it called? Legends
of Tomorrow. Yeah.
I tried to watch that in the beginning. I was like, and then I stopped.
No, it was terrible in the beginning. It was awful. But they figured out what the fucking show was and said, you know what? This show's stupid. Like, the concept is stupid. Let's just embrace that. Yeah. Go with the silly part of it. And it works as a silly show. Because the first season was trying to be this, like,
I will say they do a good job with the whole like Arrowverse thing and tying them all into each other. They are pretty good at that, it seems like.
I think they do okay. But they've ended up the same issue with like kind of Marvel movies where they're trying to reference too much stuff.
So you have to watch all of them
to go through to do it. And it just becomes, hey, reference, and not like making a good movie.
Yeah,
that's what. Honestly, it's why the new Marvel movies look so fucking good because they're not referencing like previous. They're kind of doing their own thing because we're getting new origin stories. We don't have to go back and be like, "Hey, did you see these 8 movies?" Or it's not building up, selling on another movie. It's just like this is this guy's origin story. This I can't remember the vampire Marvel guy, but that movie looks awesome. I can't wait to see it. And at most we'll get a reference to Blade in it, which is fucking cool because that's a Marvel property.
Right.
Yeah. So, fun fact: Blade kind of is the original superhero movie that set all of these movies off.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize that Blade was that first comic book movie that just sold gangbusters and everybody got into it. Let's see, real quick. I watched Severance. I've seen some of that. I'm up to date. I can't say anything about that fucking show because it's spoilery as shit. If you want
That's what I hear.
Fucked up crazy thing, watch Severance. It's good. It's but you really can't talk about that show other than it's in an office and people's memories are split 2 ways, and that's about it. That's all I can say, but it is fantastic. Star Trek Picard, I watched the first episode of that.
Wait, there's that came out a long time ago, though.
Yeah, but season 2 just started.
Oh, I didn't know it got a second season. I thought it was just a one-shot kind of thing.
It's, I don't know.
I hear it's not great.
Q is in it this season, which that's going to be interesting. But trailers already showed they come back to, guess what, the 21st century. So they're trying to cut the budget a little bit by having just regular real-world areas. But hopefully it's good. The first episode so far is okay. But Resident Alien, watch that. Amazing.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
I could talk about TV shows I watched. Oh, let's see.
Love is Blind season 2.
What is it?
Love is Blind season 2. I watched all that.
I've been watching Eastbound and Down. I finally finished the first season. And
Righteous Gemstones is over now. Well, not over, but the second season's ended. So
yeah,
that was fantastic. But so you got into, how far are you into Eastbound and Down now?
I finished the first season. I haven't. Okay. I started maybe the first 2 minutes of the second season. So
I think it's just as good as, if not better than, Righteous Gemstones. I love it so much.
I tried to watch Vice Principals. I'm not feeling that like Eastbound and Down or Righteous Gemstones. I actually prefer right now. Like I said, I only did first season of Eastbound and Down, but right now Righteous Gemstones I think is your favorite.
Yeah, that's my wife's favorite.
It's so good. It's
I feel why it's the framework of what a Danny McBride show can be, in the sense that it's a bunch of different characters.
And I think the region... No, but I would argue Righteous Gemstones having more characters that have longer plots is what makes it more special.
I agree, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, one season, Eastbound and Down is more specifically that one character. It does jump a little bit, but it is about him. It's not... he's the main actor.
By the end of Eastbound and Down, you have kind of 2 or 3-ish main-ish characters, But still, it is all about Danny McBride, his character, But
Righteous Gemstone from the get-go is about the family, and it is essentially
4 main characters.
And they are fucking wild.
Well, they all have their own things going on. They're all really funny, good plots, And it's never, you never feel like they're making fun of the characters, No. It's like. It's not spiteful. It's not mean. The humor, it's just fun. It's one of those shows, and since it is kind of making fun of a televangelist kind of family, they could have leaned into that and made fun of.
To me,
religion.
I think they make fun of.
They're not.
They make fun of being super wealthy in an echo chamber more than they do specific to religion.
Exactly.
They definitely hit. Some man, this is kind of crazy because
they don't go in that. But It's not making fun of religious people. It isn't.
No, it's making fun of being in an echo chamber that isn't very rich and doesn't
Like
have
that
to.
comedy where they're like, man, poor people love money. That comment, I could not stop laughing.
If you had that kind, like, because you could base that show on anything where the family has an unlimited amount of funds, and it's just like, oh, like, I don't know, like the whole.
They're great characters
I don't
though,
want
because
to.
they're still like they're characters who could be so unlikable.
When
You
he
love all of them.
drops helping kids and is just helping grown adults be strong,
Yeah.
because
There's some great
it's really
characters.
good, and the character's great. It's well written. I would recommend Righteous Gemstones any day of the week. And to finish it off, I watched Jujutsu Kaisen. I thought that was fantastic.
I'm not familiar with that.
Another anime. It's a lot of fun. I was talking to you about it. It's similar to Bleach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought that was really good, and it's dubbed, so I would recommend anybody that wants a good dub. There it is. It's fun. Bunch of crazy shit happens, like any anime. But I was laughing. I was talking to you because Crunchyroll has essentially Sony bought Crunchyroll.
They took it over completely. Yeah.
Now they're killing Funimation and putting everything on Crunchyroll. So I was just like, yeah, buy a month and just start binging some anime. And yeah, there's some good stuff up there.
I want to watch this To Your Eternity, though. I think I really want to watch that one.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Cool. That sounds really
only
cool.
Thing I will say I don't like about Crunchyroll right now is there's a lot of things. If you select dub, and don't get me wrong, this is very American of me, but if you select dub, and you select, there's certain animes that look really cool, and guess what? They're dubbed in like Portuguese, and there's no English subtitles, there's no English nothing. But it's still under their dub section. And I get that I'm asking for English, but I'm an English subscriber. So when I hit dub, I expect the American dub.
Right.
There has to be something on the software end where you could just go, hey,
make that automatic. Yeah.
He wants the English dub. Like it's a basic thing. Crunchyroll, get on it. Yeah. Sony, get on it.
Maybe they'll get around to that now.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else we wanted to cover before we?
We never got it in our D&D session, which was kind of a bummer. I had to sing a service on Wednesday night, and then we were going to try to move it, and then Dustin had
I got some teeth dentistry.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So we couldn't do it on that night, and then we couldn't figure out another night for everyone to meet up. So we're just going to do our third session, but second sort of session on this Wednesday night, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So, yep,
that's it.
So y'all gotta see what's going on with Zephyr Keltro. Gotta take him down. Or whatever y'all decide to do, I have no clue. We shall see.
Just walk off into the winter and just watch people die.
just keep walking into the snow.
Just walk in the snow.
Like, I hate this campaign. We're just gonna kill all our characters and end it.
That'd be a hell of a way to go. But yeah. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this week and hanging out with us. Please join us by subscribing and jumping on our Discord. You can find a link to the Discord if you go to letsgamealready.com, and you just hit Discord at the top, and that'll give you an invitation. We also are on Twitch, YouTube. We're on Audible for podcasts. We're kind of all over the place. So we appreciate everybody for hanging out. And
Project Zomboid server's pretty big now, huh?
Yeah, it's 100. We've been floating around 130 people. Sometimes we're about almost 140. Then we'll drop down to like 125. But we've been fluctuating at 130.
Yeah, but like the Discord community, right, is pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Or is that what you're talking about? Or is that the server? That many people
on the
server?
I'm talking about Discord. Our server, is about roughly 130. Well, I could tell you right now. Or no, I can't. I don't have. I'd mess something up if I did it. But yeah, we have about 130 people roughly on our Discord. And yeah, we do tabletop. We do a little bit of everything. Yeah, just a little discussion. We need to start I need to start talking more in regular
Other games.
chat. Yeah. But yeah, we will catch y'all next week on Sunday for another podcast of I almost said Xbox Uncut, but Let's Game Already. And then we'll see you Wednesday for the table.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in to the live stream. We will see y'all later.